Yes, delimitation will introduced by Arjun Megwal. In this bill, first is number of members in Lok Sabha should increase 543 to 85 and 850. 815, in which 85 815 state and 35 union UT के लिए. And second with this article 82, which is delimitation commission, which is Lok Sabha and विधानसभा निर्वाचन क्षेत्र के बारे में बताता है गाइस ये. And third is article 34A. It says that immediately after delimitation, that third seat in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha should be reserved for women. And fourth is delimitation act 2 2002 will destroy it. And that fifth will delimitation कमीशन का जो हेड होगा वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जज होगा. इन इंडिया डिलिमिटेशन अब तक 4 बार हो चुका है, 1954 में and 1936 and 1973 and last is 2022 by the committee Kuldeep Singh Samiti. Well, the Kuldeep Singh. And today's current affair I am talking you, that is guys, now we are talking about Iran Israel war. Trump says Iran ceasefire may end if no deal is reached. Maybe I won't extend it, but the blo- block blockade is going to remain. US President Donald Trump told reporters on Air Force One on his way back to Washington from Phoenix, Arizona. US President Donald Trump's administration on Friday, April 17, 2026, issued a waiver allowing countries to buy sanctioned Russian oil and petroleum products at sea for about a month, seeking to control global energy prices that have shot higher during the US-Israel war on Iran. Also read how the war on Iran set off the work on Iran. Also read how the war on set of worker protest around Delhi. The US Treasury Department allowed purchase of the will oil loaded on vessels as of Friday through May 16, an extension of an original 30-day waiver that expired on the April 11th. According to the document posted to the department's website, meanwhile, Iran threatens to close the strategic Strait of Hormuz again if the United States country continues its blockade of Iranian ports. Parliament Speaker Mohammad Beggar Ghalibaf said Saturday, April 18, 2026, with the continuation of the blockade, the Strait of the Hormuz will not adding the passage through the waterway would depend on authorization from Iran. Follow the live of guys. Iran has said that it will not impose traditional fees on ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz, but is considering a new framework tied to security coordination, according to Jazeera. Speaking to AI Jazeera, Musabsir, the spokesman for Iran National Security Committee, Avarian Rezai said Tehran is drafting legislation that would introduce fields related to secure the strait rather than conventional transit charges. Mr. Raziel stated that vessels would only be allowed to pass through the critical waterway in coordination with Iranian authorities, signaling tighter oversight of maritime traffic. He added that hostile military vessels, particularly those from the United States and Israel, would be buried from passage entirely, while friendly ships could transit subject to barrier coordination with Iranian forces. Trump without elaborating cities from pretty good news on Iran. US President Donald Trump said that on Friday there had been some pretty good news regarding Iran, but he declined to elaborate. We had some pretty good news 20 minutes ago, but it seems to be going very well in the Middle East with Iran. Mr. Trump told reporters abroad Air Force One, you will hear about. I just think it is something that should happen. It is something that only makes sense to happen, and I think it will be see that happens. But I think it will, Mr. Trump said when asked when what the good news was. Trump says China's excise is very happy about Strait of Hormuz reopening. US President Donald Trump said on Friday that Chinese President Xi Jinping was very happy about the status of the Strait Hormuz and that he looked forward to their meeting in China. President XI is very happy that the Strait of the Hormuz is open and or rapidly opening. Mr. Trump said that on Truth Social of meeting in China will a special one and potentially historic. I look forward to being with the President X as much will be accomplished, he added. Iran threats to close Hormuz announced if US blockade countries Tehran on the Saturday. Saturday threatened to shut the Strait of the Hormuz once more if the United States continues its blockade of Iran ports. Hours of the key waterways there was reopened in the wake of the ceasefire deal in Lebanon. The resumption of the transit had lifted stock markets on Friday and promotes optimism from Washington with US President Donald Trump. And guys, Donald Trump telling AFP a peace deal was very close and saying Iran had agreed to hand over its enri- enriched uranium, a key sticking point in negotiation. We are going to get it we're going in with Iran with loads of excavators, Mr. Trump told a gathering of the conservating turning point USA move in the Phoenix, Arizona. And now guys,